From 2022 to 2025, Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar as Rajya Sabha Chairman introduced transformative reforms that reshaped India's parliamentary landscape. Indirectly influencing the Lok Sabha's functioning, he championed gender diversity, ensuring nearly 50% of Rajya Sabha's stable office staff were women, aligning with the government's women welfare agenda. During the historic Women's Reservation Bill debate, a record 17 women MPs presided over the upper house, a milestone in inclusive governance. Dhankhar restructured the Rajya Sabha Secretariat, reshuffling long-serving officials to boost efficiency while enhancing Rajya Sabha TV's content to better engage the public. Known for his assertive style, he enforced strict parliamentary decorum to maintain order, though it sparked clashes with the opposition, including a 2024 no-confidence motion. His vocal defense of a parliamentary supremacy, notably against judicial overreach in a 2025 Supreme Court ruling, underscored his commitment to constitutional values despite controversies. Dhankhar's reforms strengthened the legislative framework until his resignation on July 21, 2025, citing health concerns. But meanwhile, viewers, it's a huge topic of discussion right now after Dhankhar has resigned. But obviously, this has raised several questions. But he has stated that he is resigning from the post, citing health concerns and based and abiding by medical advice. And this comes ahead of his 2027 when he was set to resign. But viewers, let's take exactly a look at the reforms under Dhankhar. And gender diversity in table office. Nearly 50% women officers in the Rajya Sabha table office, aligning with women's welfare policies. So obviously, when we have talked about it, there was a huge focus on women as well. Another point is women presiding officers. A record 17 women MPs served as presiding officers during the Women's Reservation Bill debate. So again, in one of the reforms, it's a huge focus on women. Another point to note is Secretariat restructuring, a huge reshuffled long-serving officials to enhance efficiency and accountability. So there was a Secretariat reshuffling, a restructuring also. That's one of the reforms under Dhankhar. Rajya Sabha TV content improvement, upgraded content quality to better reflect parliamentary proceedings and public engagement. So again, something that is under Dhankhar that we have seen is another reform. And emphasis on parliamentary decorum. Another point to note is strict enforcement of procedural rules to maintain order and reduce disruption. So that's another point that has to be noted under his reforms. These are the reforms that he made during his tenure as a vice president. Another point to note is constitutional advocacy. Vocal defense of parliamentary supremacy, including critique of judicial overreach. That's another point that we have talked about, is judicial overreach. So, viewers, when we're talking about Dhankhar, he is someone that is really has showed what it's like to be a statesman. Another point to note is the fact that this comes ahead of a very stormy session of monsoon session, the first day of monsoon session that took place yesterday. There was several discussions that took place yesterday, a very heated debate with the opposition. Joining